Hi, I'm Kelly Hale, and I'm here to talk to you today about green juices versus green smoothies. That can be somewhat of a controversial topic, and one that I enjoy talking about from my body ecology training. Now, yes, I am standing here in a giant bunch of kale costume, and some of you know this, but my nickname has become Kelly Kale because I love making kale chips and lots of different things with kale, and I just love green vegetables. And this past Halloween, I commissioned a very talented woman to make me this costume, and I figured, why just save it for Halloween? I mean, after all, kale is a vegetable to be enjoyed year-round. So back to the topic of green juices versus green smoothies, I know a lot of people are trying to get those greens into their body, and those are great ways to introduce more greens into your day. They're quick, they're convenient. There is a difference, though, between a green juice and a green smoothie, nutritionally and convenience cost-wise, of course. So when you look at a green juice, you can buy them most everywhere, and they're pre-made for you, or you can make green juices at home. Now, when you take a green juice, usually there's a lot of fruit, apples, pears, what have you, to cut down the harshness of the green veggies. So keep in mind there can be a little more sugar there. And you may not realize this, but the vegetables, when they're juiced, have sugar in them as well. So when they're juiced, you're getting the straight juice without fiber, and it can hit your system rather quickly and be too much sugar, even in a green juice. So if you're dealing with a gut healing issue or candida, you may want to decrease the amount of green juices you drink and consider a green smoothie. If you do partake of green juices, you want to do something called chewing the juice, which means you take a sip in, you let it sit in your mouth for a little bit, and then you swallow. It lets your body take it in more slowly, and the sugars don't hit the system quite as quickly. Now, with green smoothies, I've been a fan of them for over 10 years, and I used to make a lot of green smoothies with tons of vegetables, tons of fruits. My friends used to call it my swamp drink. And I enjoyed them, but after a while it felt like it was too much in one drink. And I really do enjoy green juices, but I do try to be mindful of the amount of sugar I consume. And before I had my daughter, I would juice at home, but the juicer took a lot of setup and cleaning, and now I just don't have time for that. It also is very costly. You can go into a store and buy a green juice like this for anywhere from $7 to $10. And every once in a while I'll splurge on one of these. I am not someone that goes to Starbucks regularly, so I'll have a splurge on this maybe every couple weeks or so. And I found that when I took my green smoothie and I made it more similar in taste and texture to a green juice, I really enjoyed it. So it's a very convenient way to get your greens in, much more convenient than juicing. And I'm actually going to show you how to do that here now. So I have my Vitamixer, and to really make it taste good and to get all the greens very small where you don't realize they're in there and it's more like a juice, you will need something like a Vitamixer, a Blendtec, one of those blenders that's high speed, high power to really blend up those greens. So what I start with is a base. It's about 2/3 full of filtered water. That way it's not a lot of mushy green material. And remember, when you do a green smoothie, you're getting all the fiber of the plant material, which is really important for your health and will certainly slow down the sugar that hits your system from any fruits that you put in it. Now, I like a really clean and simple and light green juice, or rather green smoothie that's made to be like a juice. So I have the water in here. Then I'm going to put cucumbers and celery. Now, what I like to do, I like to cut up my cucumbers and celery on the weekend and have them ready to toss in the Vitamixer in the morning. I hit the ground pretty fast, so I need to have things ready. I can throw them right in, and it's all set for me. So I'm going to put about 4 big chunks of cucumbers, and that's the other benefit of having a high-powered blender, is that you don't have to cut things really small, so it helps you out a great deal with prep. And I'm going to grab, I've got about 6 pieces of celery. I'm probably going to put one more. I really love celery. It's very light, very refreshing, full of tons of potassium. I even pre-squeeze my lemon juice. I'll take my fresh lemons and pre-squeeze some lemon juice and have it ready to go. Now, if you're new to green drinks, you probably want to have a fair bit of lemon juice. You may want to put some apples, cut up some apples and put them in there. But eventually you want to try to decrease the fruit so you're really getting all of the greens. So I'm going to put a fair bit of lemon juice in here. And then I'm just going to put the lid on and blend it up. So it's going to get loud here for a moment, but I'm going to blend up my green smoothie. That it's very well blended, so I let it run for a while. And I very often will add small pieces of ginger or turmeric or garlic to this smoothie so that I have that extra immune boosting power. And you can see that it's pretty similar in consistency, if you can see that, to the green juice. Again, this is a great way to get your greens in, and I personally like the taste of green juices but want all the fiber and nutrition that having the full plant in there provides. So I will make this very often. It's a lot more economical. This green juice cost me $10 locally at a place, and I made this right now probably for $2 or less. So, and there's definitely a couple servings in there. So I'll make it in the morning. I'll have some in the morning. I'll have some around lunchtime, and I've had a real boost of greens. It's very hydrating and very nourishing. So I hope you have found this informative. If you have questions, comments, or input, please feel free to share in the comment section below.